A call to protect our planet, key steps for addressing climate change. Climate change describes global warming, the ongoing increase in global average temperature, and its effects on Earth's climate system. Climate change in a broader sense also includes previous long-term changes to Earth's climate. The current rise in global average temperature is more rapid than previous changes and is primarily caused by humans burning fossil fuels. Climate change is causing a range of increasing impacts on the environment. Deserts are expanding, while heat waves and wildfires are becoming more common. Heat waves and wildfires, a dangerous duo. After the summer 2019 heat wave was blamed for 2,500 deaths in Western Europe, a study found that climate change made the heat 5 times as likely as it would have been in a world that hadn't warmed. Heat waves in the ocean have become 20 times as likely as the average temperature has risen. Extreme heat events can trigger a variety of heat stress conditions, such as heat stroke, which is the most serious heat-related disorder. It occurs when the body becomes unable to control its temperature. Body temperature rises rapidly, the sweating mechanism fails, and the body cannot cool down. This condition can cause death or permanent disability if emergency treatment is not given. Small children, the elderly, and certain other groups including people with chronic diseases, low-income populations, and outdoor workers have higher risk for heat-related illness. Higher temperatures and respiratory problems are also linked. One reason is because higher temperatures contribute to the buildup of harmful air pollutants. Whereas, wildfire leaves an area, root stabilization provided by plants may no longer be viable. In such cases, erosion problems can affect the land and local water sources. Unstable soil can contribute to mudslides, flooding events, and land degradation. Climate change threats to human well-being. Climate change threatens people with increased flooding, extreme heat, increased food and water scarcity, more disease, and economic loss. According to the World Health Organization, Pakistan has seen a fourfold increase in the number of malaria cases after the floods, from 400,000 cases nationwide in 2021 to more than 1.6 million cases in 2022. The floods have effectively driven the worst malaria outbreak in Pakistan since 1973 and upended all the extensive malaria control efforts undertaken before the floods started. Pakistan is a low-middle-income country with a primarily agrarian economy. However, it is gradually industrializing and more than a third of the population currently lives in cities. For food and nutrition security, the country significantly relies on its climate-sensitive land, water, and forest resources. Agriculture continues to be a significant occupation for 42% of the population. Irrigation from the glacier-fed river Indus and its tributaries supports about 90% of farmland. Glacier melt has accelerated due to climate change, increasing the likelihood of glacier lake outpouring floods, GLOF, and mudslides downstream. Faster glacier melt, rising temperatures, shifting seasons, and irregular rainfall patterns are all affecting the flow of the river Indus, which will have a growing impact on agriculture, food production, and lives. Already, 39% of the population lives in poverty, and the loss of livelihoods indicated in this research will have a significant impact on people's health and capacity to access healthcare. Heat fatigue, starvation, the introduction of vector-borne diseases like dengue fever, and an increase in the burden of aquatic infections will all have an impact on people's capacity to work and make a living. Climate change reductive measures. Renewable energies, changing our main energy sources to clean and renewable energy. Solar, wind, geothermal, and biomass could be the solution. Sustainable transportation. Our transport methods must be aligned with environmental requirements and reduce their carbon footprint. It is essential to rethink our transport methods from the design stage towards eco-friendly transportation. Air pollution prevention. Many methods exist to prevent, control and reduce air pollution, in particular by reducing the consumption of fossil fuels and limiting industry emissions and waste. Waste management and recycling. The simplest solution to reduce waste is to adapt our production methods to our consumption patterns. The recycling process must also be taken into account in our consumption habits. Sea and ocean preservation. Oceans and seas are the largest storage of greenhouse gases and are an exceptional support system for life on this planet. Limiting overfishing, unsustainable development activities in coastal areas, and the consumption of environmentally friendly products is now essential. Circular economy. Use the 3 Rs of circular economy: reduce, reuse and recycle, to significantly reduce our waste and avoid unnecessary production of new items. Reduce greenhouse gas emissions. To combat climate change, reducing greenhouse gas emissions is paramount. This can be achieved by transitioning to clean and renewable energy sources such as wind, solar, and hydropower. Improving energy efficiency in industries, buildings, and transportation is also vital. Electrifying transportation and promoting the adoption of electric vehicles can significantly reduce emissions. Additionally, implementing carbon pricing mechanisms like carbon taxes or cap-and-trade systems can provide economic incentives for emission reductions, while promoting sustainable agriculture helps curb methane emissions from livestock. Protect and restore forests. Forests play a critical role in mitigating climate change as they act as carbon sinks. Protecting existing forests and embarking on reforestation efforts can help absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, effectively sequestering carbon and reducing its concentration in the atmosphere. Promote sustainable land use. Sustainable land use practices are essential for mitigating climate change. Encouraging responsible urban planning and reducing urban sprawl can limit emissions associated with transportation and construction. Implementing sustainable farming practices not only reduces emissions but also mitigates soil degradation. Preserving wetlands and peatlands is equally crucial, as they store carbon and provide habitats that support biodiversity. Reduce waste and promote recycling. Reducing waste and promoting recycling are practical ways to lower carbon footprints. Implementing waste reduction and recycling programs at local and national levels can divert waste from landfills and reduce emissions associated with waste disposal. Encouraging the use of recycled materials in manufacturing processes further lessens the environmental impact. Individual action. Individuals can make a significant impact by taking steps to reduce their personal carbon footprints. This includes conserving energy through energy-efficient practices, reducing waste through recycling and mindful consumption, and making sustainable choices in daily life, such as using public transportation or adopting a plant-based diet. Collectively, these individual actions can contribute to the broader effort to combat climate change.